Good afternoon, everybody at KTP. I'm Todd at Dairy Building Chair. I'm here at our hall right now shooting this video. Got a lot of information for the U-trim departments especially, but also the whole plant. Juan Terry, Matt Smith, and Evan Palmer, my bargaining team, is here with me. We've been working hard on trying to get this information out before we go into the holiday period so people can be informed and be prepared. You know, we've been knowing about this stuff coming for a couple months now, but now we got more information that's more solid. So I'll start with the back departments, the SUV body and paint. I've been meeting with the SUV paint department yesterday. I met with day shift and B crew paint yesterday and last night with the team leaders and got to see some folks on the floor walking around. And then today I met with the SUV body shop team leaders, and tonight on B crew I'll be in the plant meeting the B crew SUV team leaders in the body shop. And then obviously then I'll walk around the trim departments as we get closer here to in the SUV departments and try to let people know what's going on. But as of right now, starting next Monday, December the 2nd, B crew will be laid off in paint and body. SUV paint and body, B crew will be laid off. Day shift will be working. They're scheduled to build out the last use scheduled midnight next Tuesday. The back department will be scheduled to build out sometime late Friday here and be done, but they'll bring day shift in Monday to do things, job readiness, get things cleaned up, and starting on Tuesday they'll start building the 25 models in the back departments. It might take a moment before it hits paint, y'all know that, folks, but as of right now that's the schedule. Then the week of the 9th, day shift will be laid off, and B crew will be working that week of the 9th. And during that week, we've got a 500 number is what the company's shooting for as of right now to get in the system back in the back department. So when we go into Christmas break, they like to have 500 in the system in the back department. So when we come back after Christmas shutdown, we can go running for our 25 models. And then the week of the 16th, A and B crew both will be laid off in paint and body SUV departments. And I found out great information that I've been passing along to the membership the last couple of days, talking about the holiday pay and being laid off and the date affected. I got information today from Labor Affairs and the International Union that everybody will be getting holiday pay in the back department. So it does work out great. That is great news. We don't have to worry about that because there's a cutoff period. And that cutoff period, as long as the layoff week starts the week of the 9th, which it does for the A crew folks, and B crew will be working, and nobody will be working the week of 16th, but everybody is eligible for holiday pay in those back departments. So that is great news. They don't have to worry about unemployment during the holiday time, and they'll get the holiday pay for those time periods during that time. Team leader training will be taking place in those back departments during those dates. That's something management will be working with you team leaders and letting you know that information and letting you know for the folks. I know the day shift group, it sounds like 4 of them's already been, so the rest of you will be working out that time schedule with your managers, and that team leader training will be taking place during this down period time here to help get you ready for when we come back after the 25s. Now I'll move out front in the SUV trim department, the IP Center. IP Center only having 1 crew. There'll be information coming to you directly down there in the IP Center during this transition time. You're scheduled right now. As of right now, you're scheduled, I think most of them has volunteered to come in this Sunday to build up, to have the last bunch of use, which that will generate short work week for you the rest of the week, the way things work out right now for next week in the IP Center. Then construction will start and get things ready to go for the new changeover in the 25s down there. And now with your trim department, SUV trim department, having all 3 crews out there changes things a little bit. Where our back departments are only on 2 crew and the IP Center only been on 1 crew. Having the 3 crew system out front will change things and how things will got to go. The week of the 2nd, the build out right now is, like I said, Tuesday night or roughly around midnight for the SUV. The rest of that week, as of right on paper, they have the SUV trim department will be on short work week for Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Sunday for the C crew folks. What they're working on right now is trying to figure out a schedule to do what they call the buddy system. We did this years ago here in the plant, and that's where we buddy up those three departments, or 3 teams and 3 crews, to work on the week of the 9th. They'll start running production out front. The numbers going up in the air back and forth, how many they want to run a day. It's a low number, but it's going back and forth on what that number is. We'll know more on the 2nd. We got a meeting on that, on how many they're going to run. But the week of the 9th and the week of the 16th, they want to put everybody together and kind of work on their jobs together, so you know how to do that job. And when we come back after Christmas, we all split back off and go to your normal operation pattern, and everybody kind of have a understanding on what your work is and what your new job is going forward. And so we're working on that details too, and be more information coming on that early next week on what we're going to do. I just want everybody to know going into the Thanksgiving weekend what to be prepared for in all the departments. There's a lot of information out there, and you're going to hear a lot of rumors, you're going to hear a lot of talk, but that's where we are. There's a labor bulletin, should come out sometime today, for the affected layoff crews, and obviously out front in the trim departments, what to kind of expect with moving people around. Overtime opportunity for out front team leaders and some of the back team leaders also, because they want to get all the U departments, all the team leader training done going into the Christmas break, which is great news, getting these team leaders in here, getting their training done. That way when they go back, they don't have to worry about taking the team leaders off the job when we launch this in January and we come back after the Christmas break. So there could be some overtime opportunities for some of the team leaders to get the team leader training. So they'll be surveying that and asking those team leaders what suits them to on their schedule. Now let's go to the Superduty side. Right now you're still scheduled the week of the 9th. That's all about parts, all about breakdowns, to do the model change for the 24 over the 25. There's no scheduled downtime for the Superduty side at this time. We'll just transition right over to the 24 to the 29 right now, the Monday the 9th. Is that what's scheduled on that right there? If something changes, I'm sure you'll hear, and I'll try to put something out myself on that right there. But Superduty side, work as normal, business as normal, and just the 24 changeover to the 25 changeover, it'll be sometime around the 9th of December. Now, a couple things that's going on in the plant. For the folks that come in Gate 4 and Gate 6, you'll see construction. Gate 4 especially, the way they're walking into the plant. They got that all down right now. That is our new food truck service that we got coming. Excuse me. It's going to be built into the wall there. It's going to be covered. And the walkways going into the plant's kind of altered right now. They hopefully have that done by Sunday. So when you return back to work on Monday, we'll have our walkway going back into the 4 blue doors that's out front at Gate 4. Right now you got to come through the glass doors and go through by labor relations to come into the plant at Gate 4. It's a little inconvenient, but the big picture is it's going to be great. Great for our membership to have food out there, hot food cooked right in front of you, breakfast and everything. I don't have all the hours. We're looking sometime in March before it's actually done. A lot of work got to happen before then. Weather's going to come into play, obviously. Could slow them down a little bit depending on how the weather is. But once this is all done at Gate 4 and Gate 6, there'll be with the permanent food trucks built in. We'll still have the food truck service coming in like normal. They'll be parking at different locations, but those will be permanent food right there at those 2 locations coming in. So now with our parking lot, I want to touch bases with this. We have a lot of members that's getting terminated in our parking lots. This is not just KTP. This is Ford wide. You get across the street at LAP, all over the Ford system, Ford wide. They got a new security system in. I've told the membership, and a couple other videos. Please folks, be smart in our parking lots. There's nothing wrong with taking your break in your car. There's nothing wrong going to the parking lot. Just don't do anything wrong in our parking lot. I understand that, there's a lot of concerns going on, but they're there for our safety. But please get out of our parking lots if you've got something going on. Please, because again, we're getting a lot of members that's getting tied up in some things, and I just don't want to see that, you know what I mean? So please, be smart, please. And going into our holiday season like we are, we don't want anybody to have that. So be more information coming on that as we get closer. I'm just wanting to advise everybody on that. It's a learning curve for all of us, and everything is going forward. Last, I'd like to thank everybody the membership. It's been the last couple months. I took over in April. It's been a little western, but a good way too, learning experience too with the skilled trades. And but I want to thank all the membership for standing behind me, and I'm trying hard to keep this membership informed and keep us working. That's the #1 goal. So with that, have a safe and happy Thanksgiving, folks, and I will see you next Monday. And like I say, reach one, teach one.